Morning, everybody. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Kevin Galt. I'm 47 years old and I live in Weston, Florida. I'm married. My wife Lori and I have been married for 24 years. My daughter Casey is 20 years old and she's a junior at Florida State University. My son Shane is 16 years old and he is a junior at St. Thomas Aquinas High School in Fort Lauderdale. We live in Weston, Florida, which is outside Fort Lauderdale, where we've resided for 20 years. Um, Currently, I am employed with the City of Fort Lauderdale Fire Department for the past 22 years as a fire captain and a training instructor. Prior to that, I worked as a paid and volunteer firefighter in a couple different municipalities in the local area. As well, I'm a subject matter expert and an instructor with a company called L2 Defense, where I teach disaster response primarily to the U.S. military. In addition to that, I'm also a adjunct instructor at the Florida State Fire College in Ocala, where again I teach disaster response type classes such as rope rescue, confined space rescue, structural collapse rescue, to both soldiers and civilians. In addition, I am an engine company operations instructor for both the Fort Lauderdale Fire Expo, Orlando Fire Conference, and I've taught at various other conferences and classes around the country in both engine company operations, vent enter search, get out alive, which is for firefighters to extricate themselves when they're in trouble. I'm also a peer support counselor with the City of Fort Lauderdale peer support team that I've worked with for the past couple years. And at this time, I'm looking to finish my degree so that I can move on in another 8 years when I retire and either continue teaching or work with FEMA as either an instructor or a disaster or on a disaster response team. Thank you for spending your time with us today and have a good day.